In 1893, a young lawyer from India bought a first-class train ticket on a train in South Africa. The young lawyer was told by a white man to move into the compartment for coloured people. The young lawyer refused, and the authorities forced him to spend a cold night in the cold and lonely train station. Little did that lawyer know that this moment would change his life and turn him into a legend, simply known as Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi was born on the 2nd of October 1869 in Porbandar, India. To Karamchand Gandhi, his father, and Putalai Bai Gandhi, his mother. He was a peace activist. A peace activist is someone who he or she fights for what he or she believes is right. Some peace activists include Martin Luther King Jr., Nelson Mandela, and Malcolm X. Gandhi's dream was to unite Hindus and Muslims. Civil disobedience is the active refusal to disobey the law of the government. It is a strategy that Gandhi will use against the British. Another strategy that Gandhi would use was one called fasting that his mother used. Fasting is a tool of protest and the key to controlling people's actions. Another strategy that Gandhi would use was one named Satyagraha, which is the power of truth. And some examples are lobbying, strikes, demonstrations, burning documents, and strikes. Gandhi moved to South Africa because he was unsuccessful as a lawyer in India. He became interested and became upholding to help his fellow Indians. Unsuccessful as a lawyer because it was hard to be an Indian lawyer when the British rule of India was happening. That was when the British were trying to colonise India for themselves and fought for the Indians' right to vote. In 1907, he started a campaign against the law that Indians had to register to live in South Africa. 3,000 Indians burnt their registration cards. In 1913, he got a bunch of Indian women to illegally cross the border into coalfields where they persuaded miners to go on strike. Gandhi and the miners were savagely punished. Outcry made the Prime Minister negotiate with Gandhi, which resulted in the Indian Relief Act of 1914, which took away some of the burdens of Indians. He returned to India, where he set up a new community, an ashram. In the ashram, all castes and religions were ignored. They did farming for a living, and they had no personal belongings whatsoever. The Salt March, which started in March 1930 and ended in April 1930, was in India and was led by Gandhi to protest against the British rule of India. It was named the Salt March because the Indians were trying to gain their rights to produce their own salt because the English wouldn't let them. The Indians had to buy their own salt. Gandhi wrote a letter to the English saying that if they stopped the salt tax, then he would stop the march. Sadly, the English rejected this letter. Bad move. Gandhi led the Indians down to the sea, where they made their own salt from the seawater. Gandhi realised that salt was the perfect symbol that ordinary Indians could rally. He understood that the salt tax affected everyone in India. The Muslims, the Hindus, and the Sheikh. Millions turned out to make their own salt. Because what they were doing was illegal. 60,000 Indians were arrested and beaten. Gandhi also spent a year in prison. The Salt March gave the Indians self-confidence and respect that they could gain independence. India gained its independence in 1947, but Gandhi was unhappy because it separated it into two states, India and Pakistan. The Muslims were in a rage that Gandhi tried to pacify the violence between them and the Muslims. One Hindu in particular thought that the only answer for Gandhi's outrageous things that he did was death. You're late for praying, Gandhi.
I know.
People missed Gandhi. People still miss Gandhi today. So that's why I have selected these from lots of people who missed Gandhi and believed in him, and I have gathered them because I believe that they are the best. And all that things that those people said, it's right. But why do we need a Gandhi? We need one right now. I mean, Korea has missiles that they're using, threatening. Russia's making wars on each other. We're being called in for wars. We need a Gandhi. We need a face of resistance, like Gandhi was. A face of peace, like Gandhi was. But most of all, a face of hope. Because that was Gandhi. To India, he was hope. To everyone, he should be hope. And we need it, Gandhi. No, I don't mean that. I mean, we can be Gandhi. We can be heroes. Even if it is just for one day.
We can beat them forever and ever. Oh, we can be heroes just for one day.